Welcome back, folks. Now, I bet you're all wondering what I'm doing with these. Well, I have to admit they're not mine. They belong to 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 1992 silver gold medalist Rochelle Stevens. Congratulations. Congratulations on these medals.
Thank you.
So, you won the 1996 medal for the 400-meter relay?
That's correct.
Okay. And was this a dream of yours to be an Olympic star?
Of course. Ever since I've been 12 years old, I always said that I wanted to go to the Olympics, and I used to tell everybody that I was going, and they were like, yeah, right, you ain't going to no Olympics. And when I made my first team in 1992 as a silver medalist, those same people that, you know, laughed and joked said, hey, you made the Olympic team, let me have your autograph. And of course, they didn't get an autograph, but...
Yeah, right, yeah. Now, you're doing, you're going to schools and talking to kids about what?
I'm very involved with the city, county, and private schools. I go in, I talk to them about drugs and being a drug-free student. I stress education, so I'm very involved with the students. I actually call the athletes and ask them what their grades were on the report cards. And they're like, oh my gosh, Rochelle Stevens is on our telephone. So I'm very concerned about education, and a lot of them really improve and make different changes.
Now, you have this great relationship with your mom. She's been your coach, is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Can't talk back to that coach, you know. She's been working with me since 1990, and she's no longer my mom on the track. She is a coach. I'm the athlete. We both go out there with attitudes and different headphone sets, and I expect her to run me until I drop, because I know what I want to do in life, and she knows what it takes for me to get there. So we're a great team together.
That's wonderful. You have developed, you have a scholarship fund?
Right. I have my own organization. A lot of people say, what organization is that? Everything is named after me. I have the Rochelle Stevens Invitational Track Meet. It's for all ages, 5 and under, up to masters, where it attracts well over 2,000 participants from the Southeast Conference states. Also, I had a Rochelle Stevens Sports Clinic. I had a Rochelle Stevens Fan Club. All you all are welcome to join. And I have a $1,000 scholarship award that I give to my MVP performer at the end of the Rochelle Stevens Invitational Meet every year.
That's great, and you have good self-esteem. I see. You wanted to ask a question. You stand up.
Jim, I'm wondering, how do you get your funding for all these blankets and medicines?
Mostly we do go also to churches and to local agencies. We've done what I call almost in-reach work as opposed to outreach work, where you're sitting on the riverbank and you're seeing what the needs are. You go back into the community that may not understand the folks' needs, or they may not be able to ask for these things. So we go and we educate at community groups, and we get donations of blankets and other supplies. We do have also local foundations that have supported us with our daytime needs to have a record keeping, medical records, etc.
Reggie, you said that Jim had told you they could bring you blankets, but the rest you would have to do on your own. When did you start doing the footwork, and how did that work for you?
Okay, it didn't register. It took a while, but after maybe 2 or 3 visits, the doc and I sat down and had a fairly meaningful talk, and then I kind of isolated myself for a while, for a week or 2. You know, nobody was able to find me, but it wasn't the same anymore. I had to get out there, and I had to start studying some of my faults, some of my traits, some of the things that led me to where I was at the time.
You've been off the street how long now?
Well, there's been periods of times I've fallen back in. But I've been off the street, you know, on my own, in a apartment of my own, paying my own rent for the last 1.5 years or so.
Good going. Good going. Now, Rochelle, give me one headline you want every young person out there to hear.
Surround yourself around just positive people, someone that thinks like you, someone that wants to be like you, someone that wants to make something out of their lives. Nobody but positive people. If they're not positive and they're your friends, you need to get rid of them and find some positive friends.
Great. Okay. Thank you. All right, next we're going to meet a mother who was determined to make her son's last days happy ones and hear about the surprise he gave back to her.
When he got done drawing this picture, he gave it to me, and I started to open it. And again, he said, "It's not for you, it's for my secret pal." So I waited till he fell asleep, and having been his secret pal, I retrieved my prize. When I unrolled his picture, it said, "P.S. Mom, I love you."
Welcome back, folks. What is your first response when you hear that a child is gravely ill? You be supportive, you send balloons, maybe a card, wish them well. But when the disease lingers on, often the notes stop, the hope dwindles. What do you say to a dying child? Linda Bremner knew exactly what to say to her son Andy, and that's why she sent him love letters. Welcome, Linda.
Hello.
So your son Andy had cancer.
That's right.
And tell us about that.
Well, he was diagnosed right after his 8th birthday, and he had a very fast-growing cancer, and the medical profession didn't give us a whole great deal of hope what was going on in Andy's life. When Andy was first diagnosed, he received 85 cards and letters through the mail. Everybody we knew sent Andy a card. And when Andy came home to fight the most difficult battle of his life, the mail stopped, and it broke his heart. He wanted the mail. He had never received mail before, and he had gotten the get well cards and the well wishes from our friends and family, and he just wanted more of the same, and it wasn't there.
So is that when you decided to secretively send him love letters?
Yes. From the moment a child is diagnosed with a long-term illness, they take a lot of the control away from the family. And one of the things I could control was whether or not my 8-year-old son got a card.
And so you started writing him love letters?
Yes, I did.
And something surprising happened to you?
Well, yes. It was always meant to be a secret. I was going to be his secret pal. And about 3 weeks after writing to Andy, one evening he was sitting at a table drawing the picture. And I thought it was for me, and he wouldn't let me see it. He got very secretive and covered it up and said it was for his secret pal. And when he got done drawing this picture, he gave it to me, and I started to open it. And again, he said, "It's not for you, it's for my secret pal." So I waited till he fell asleep, and having been his secret pal, I retrieved my prize. And when I unrolled his picture, it said, "P.S. Mom, I love you."
So he knew you were his secret pal.
And I knew that he knew it, but we never again spoke of it, not ever.
Okay. Now, after he died, you found an address book.
When a child dies, you don't deal with the property or going to probate court. You just deal with the things they loved. In the back of the closet, squirreled away from his older brother and sister, there was a shoebox. And in the shoebox were the cards and letters I had written him and an address book. Andy went to a camp for cancer patients, and so all the addresses were children who, like Andy, were fighting for their lives.
So you started sending these children love letters.
Yes, I did.
And this is how the whole phenomena of love letters to children who have cancer began.
Yes, it did.
Okay, now we have with us today Phoebe, welcome, and her mother Debbie. Phoebe, did you get a love letter?
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about, how did you like the love letter?
I liked it a lot, and I felt like I had a secret friend.
And have you gotten a lot of love letters?
Mm-hmm.
You have? Oh, that's beautiful. And how's that been for you, Debbie?
It's just something to show that somebody cares, somebody out there cares. And it makes her day. There's plenty of times when she was very depressed, very down, because she felt odd, you know, that she had this cancer and nobody else did. And she'd wait for that mailman to come, and it was the happiest thing for her. Her whole attitude would change the afternoon that she got a love letter. And it's not only letters, we've gotten pencils and little erasers, things that are so minor to other people. but means so much to these children because it's love. It's love.
What do you like best about the love letter?
The coloring pages. She likes to color.
Yeah. It's just nice to get a letter and know somebody cares about you. And you've started even going beyond that. You send birthday letters.
Oh, we do birthday cards and Valentine's cards. We're sending out about 1,100 pieces of mail every single week. And
Wow.
remembering our children twice a year for Christmas. Christmas in December because it is Christmas in December. And Christmas in July because some children need a little Christmas all year long.
That is wonderful. That is really wonderful. Now, do you have volunteers helping?
Oh, I couldn't do it without it. I have volunteers. I'll never have enough volunteers. And with the help of the volunteers, we send out about 50,000 pieces of mail a year to children like Phoebe.
How could someone call our hotline and we could get them in touch with you if they want?
I would be thrilled if they would. I can't have enough help. I need help with people who will write cards and letters. I need help with people who will be supportive of us, people they have contacts of people I should know. And I also need people to know about us if there's a child who needs us.
In an accident, a life flight helicopter may be sent out to rescue you. Next, hear what happened when that same chopper's engines failed and it went up in flames in midair.
The thing that I was worried about was I can't hurt her because I can't leave her kid without a mom.